pounce. As I rounded the corner, 3 youths pounced on me, stole my bag, and ran off. Poundy, my car was towed to the pound, and it cost a fortune to retrieve it. Pout. Don't pout. I'll buy you an ice cream. Prance. Ahead of the royal coach came a dozen riders on prancing horses. Prattle? Do I have to listen to him prattle on and on about his grandchildren? Preach. Mother used to preach to us about being charitable. Preamble. As a preamble to today's proceedings, I should like to welcome our honored guests. Precarious. If sales continue to drop, the company will be in precarious condition. Precept. The 10 Commandments provide basic precepts of moral behavior. Precinct. Does he have any authority outside the precincts of the city? Precipice. We looked nervously over the edge of the precipice at the raging sea below. Precipitate. The rise in interest rates precipitated many bankruptcies. Precise. Errors show that medieval scribes did not always succeed in making precise copies. Preclude. To preclude misunderstanding. Please repeat what you said. Precocious. It is hard to believe that Oliver was a precocious child. Preconceived. He has many false preconceived notions about people. Precursor. The glow on the eastern horizon is the precursor of another day. Predatory. Despite domestication, dogs and cats are predatory animals. Predecessor. I could not match the accomplishments of my predecessor in this post. Predicament. I was hoping that you might help me out of a very awkward predicament. Predominate. Though the American president is a Republican, the Democrats predominate in Congress. Preeminence. There is no gainsaying the preeminence of Shakespeare as a poet and playwright. Preempt. All the seats on the committee had been preempted by the ruling faction. Preen. The gliding swans stopped now, and then to preen their feather. Preface. By way of preface, I should like to say how happy I am to be here. Prefatory. Would you like to make a few prefatory remarks introducing this evening's speaker? Preferential. What entitles her to preferential treatment? Prejudice. The judge showed an unfortunate prejudice against my client. Preliminary. The preliminary design for the swimming pool is ready. Premeditated. The murder was coldly premeditated. Premise. He started out with the premise that time had a beginning and will have an end. Premonition. I had a premonition that something terribly evil was lurking in store for me.